Our official sponsor, Greenwood Stock Trading. If you want to learn how to make some passive income, some extra money, so you can invest in your future and your kids' future, give them a call for a free 10-minute consultation, 281-760-3170. Go get to the bag. All right, man, let's do it live because I didn't get to it yesterday. Wasn't really much to talk about yesterday. Let's cook for a second, man. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel, and subscribe button. It's the bell icon button. Hit all notifications. Increase your chance, get notifications. We go live or drop videos. Talk about $3 Errol Spence because he fakered in the $3 bill. But yeah, let's speak on it real quick. I appreciate everybody for tapping in. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel, and the subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications, increase your chance, get notifications. We go live or drop a video. Don't forget you can listen to this on the podcast in the morning, 6 in the morning on Anchor, 7 in the morning on Spotify. Put your notifications on so you can get those there around 10 or 11 a.m. everywhere else. Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, Radio Public, wherever you listening to it at in the morning. That's around 10 or 11. Wherever you do listen to it at, do me a favor, rate the podcast. I appreciate that. Give a review. That helps the visibility of the podcast. Right now, the best thing you can do is share the video. I appreciate that. Thumbs up the video, the whole 9. It's 100% free to hit the thumbs up button, share the video, whatever it may be to help the visibility. Shout out to everybody watching on Twitch and Twitter. So it's multiple ways to watch. I don't think Miles farted. Did he? Gone. No, hold on. Did I step in something? Give me a minute. That's the Arabic food. I hope she nobody didn't knock it off the counter. That's what that is. That's that swarmer. I thought he farted. He mad as hell. But yeah, man. Showtime released the schedule. We'll start off there. Then I'll talk about Erica Spence. Erica Spence. All right. So for the most part, Showtime released the boxing schedule. You got people talking about it's a great schedule. Shit weak as hell. Obviously, they use Ryan and Tank. Anything good to have decent, you got to pay for it. You know what I'm saying? What makes up a great boxing schedule is what the people get with their subscription. You know what I'm saying? That's what makes up a great boxing schedule. What people get with their subscription. Pay-per-view, anybody can buy the pay-per-view and anybody can stream the pay-per-view. So once you start talking about the schedule, anything good to have decent, you got to pay for it. You got to pay for it. You know what I'm saying? You got to pay for it. And people parading around like this is a good schedule. Now, compared to the zone, anything is better than the zone on the cool. Anything is better than the zone. And I can't really zoom in. So you got you got Brandon Figueroa fighting Saturday versus Mike Mayak. So Jared Hurd making his comeback. I don't know who the other guys is. Then March 11th, you got Tim Zoo and Tony Harrison, which ain't really they broadcast. They just picked it up. No Limit really doing the show. Then March 25th, you got the Benavidez Plant card. The three 10 rounders on the undercard: Cody Crowley, Abel Ramos, Chris Colbert, El Reyes is probably the best fight on the undercard. I don't think Crowley and Ramos is a bad fight. And then you got Jesus Ramos Jr., Abel brother, I think it is, taking on Joey Spencer in the 10 rounder. Then you got Showbox April 7th, April 8th, Fondor and Brandon Mendoza. Who gives a fuck? Tank and Ryan Garcia, you got to pay for it. Puello and Rolly, who gives a hell, but you do have Gary Anton Russell fighting Kitten Cruz, who I don't even know who the fuck that is, on the undercard. May 13th, June 9th, Showbox again. June 24th, Carlos Adames is taking on Julian J. Rock Williams. I don't know why. What's the point of that fight? That don't get Adames closer to nothing but a damn potential homicide charge. Lubin and Luis Arias is a good fight. I think that might be at 60. I could be wrong. So like I said, if I had to count the fights that I was looking forward to, Tony Harrison, obviously the pay-per-view cards, and Lubin and Luis Arias, and that's it. Because I don't know who Ken Cruz is. You know, Brandon Lee fighting Pedro Campa. I mean, they moving him slow after he got dropped. Always good to see Jared Hurd come back, but I don't know who most of these dudes is, and I follow boxing. I'm excited for the pay-per-view card, though, for sure. March 25th, they got 3 really good 10 rounders on there. I'm not gonna lie, I like Crowley and Ramos, Spencer, Colbert, Rayo. So yeah, it ain't like I said before. You know, people talking about fire and all that type shit, bro. Like this ain't no fire schedule. It's on the scale of 1 to 10, it's like a 4. It's like a 4, you know. Had Benavidez and Plant been on regular, to be honest, Benavidez and Plant should be on regular CBS. So should Tank and Ryan Garcia. That ain't worth $80 or $100. I'm just keeping it real. Harrison and Zoo is a great fight, but then again, they just bought the TV rights. It's not even really they fight. You know, they just purchased the TV rights on it, so they just broadcast it. So it ain't like they put it together neither. And it wasn't like they was going to bat for Tony Harrison to get the fight. Tony Harrison petitioned on social media. He supposed to been fighting Fondor. And he said they never, reached out to him about the WBC mandated order. You know, like I said before, I don't care about Mayaxo and Brandon Figueroa. You know, the Showbox card, I've been started watching Showbox. I got a life. I don't care about CNA farm system. Only Showbox card I regret not seeing was the Atif from Philly. That's the only one I regret not watching. I don't really care. I have shit to do on Friday nights. I'm busy. You know, Puello and Rolly, I mean, I'm going to watch. I like Puello. I like Rolly. But like I said before, not to have a fall schedule, and this is what you come back with, like, bro, come on. They need to start working with other promoters, to be honest, bro. They literally need to start working with other promoters for the betterment of the sport. Now, this scream that they gonna be in it to win it for a long haul. I don't know. Don't take your chewing somewhere else. I don't know if this mean they're gonna be in it to win it for the long haul. This is scheduled through June 24th, right? Yeah, I mean, come on. I mean, the card, not the last week card they did. There was another card they did before that. The Sheik Foster and Ray Vargas card, that only did 193,000 buys. And with Showtime going out of bid, or they getting rid of box, they just can't get rid of programming. Yeah, you can stop TV series from coming out. You can stop TV series from production because you already probably didn't pay the actors and pay for the production, so you could just eat it. Like the HBO did with Batgirl and all that. You could just eat it. But it's harder to, in boxing, you still need some type of sports programming. So at the end of the day, they do June. He said they still working on. I did a video on that show today. They're working on the Charlos. He said they're still working on the Spence fight. So you still can get fights in there. Spence and Thurman be on pay-per-view. I still have interest in seeing that. There is still some interest for me seeing that fight just to see, Errol Spence ain't never fought nobody with the perpetual movement of Keith Thurman at all. It's gonna be interesting to see how he cut the ring off on Keith Thurman. I think it eventually happened. He'd stop him. So yeah, but this schedule leaves a lot to be desired. Not as much as the zone. Like I said, who in their right mind is gonna pay to see a whole bunch of European fights on the zone? Not me. ESPN, they put some things together as well. They stuff is looking solid with a New Way and Foden and Taylor and Teofimo Lopez, and we'll see happening. Loma and Devin, they might ask you to pay $80 for that, or reduce pay-per-view. Think about it. You're gonna spend $100 on a Saturday night on Devin and Loma, right? Or the afternoon if it's in the UK, or you're gonna take that money and go have a good time in the spring. I'm just asking, what you gonna do with your money? What you gonna do with your cash? You've been stacking all winter, where you've been working all week, and all the stuff you've been putting work in. You're gonna spend $100 on that fight, man. I ain't gonna lie to you. I ain't doing it. I ain't doing, man, bro. Unless I'm stuck in a house sick or some shit like that, I don't get buyer's remorse no more. You know what I'm saying? I don't get buyer's remorse no more because they throwing everything on pay-per-view. Everything. It's like, God damn. They don't even know what a good pay-per-view fight look like no more. All this shit be cubic zirconia, bro. Ain't none of the real diamonds. You know what I'm saying? All this shit be cubic. All this shit is cubic zirconia. But like I said before, if I had to rank the fights on here, now some of these fights might turn out to be great fights. I don't know half these dudes, and I should tell you something. Like I said, I don't follow the show box like I used to. I don't follow boxing like I really, really used to, and watch every little card no more. I just don't. It don't be that exciting no more. But I like the Benavidez card a lot. Tony Harrison fight is a good fight. I seen people like Figueroa and Pedro Campa. I think Tio fought the Pedro Campa dude. Tank and Ryan, the actual fight inside the ring, it's gonna be a good one. As long as it lasts, it's gonna be a good one. Never said it stylistically wasn't a good fight. If they make it to the ring, Puello, Romero, I'm solid. So I mean, it is what it is. This schedule make me more comfortable to say, well, they're gonna be here to stay forever and ever. Wu-Tang is forever. Do I think this they triumph? No. This don't make me feel like okay, they good through the summer. But who gonna really do numbers out of these cards, regular TV or pay-per-view? I don't think none of them. I think Ryan and Tank do solid. It's probably a 350, 300,000 card at the most. But then again, that might be up in the air. Because we 8 weeks out and don't have a venue. No tickets on sale. And then you got an 8-week push to promote. They don't know how to promote the zone. I don't even know they dropped the schedule till somebody sent it to me. So when you start talking about like promoting, the zone don't do a good job promoting, and Showtime don't do a good job promoting. You cutting the cable companies in, they ain't promoting either. They just sitting back getting the check. Ain't nobody putting work in to really plaster this around the world or around the way so people will know. What type of promo you seen for Benavidez as a plant? I'll wait. Come on. What type you seen? What type of promo you seen for Benavidez as a plant? Nigga, you ain't seen a t-shirt. You ain't seen a commercial. You ain't seen a billboard, and I don't live on the West Coast. You ain't seen shit. But some Instagram posts. That's their promotion. We gonna put some Instagram post up. We gonna post up on Instagram and do some beef, and the daddy gonna run his mouth. And they get mad because the daddy said he ain't look good since Canelo. That's his opinion. That's his opinion. That's his opinion. I don't understand how people get mad at people's opinion. I ain't even tripping. I ain't even tripping. Okay, that's the way you feel. You know? Or he gonna make people not. As soon as you start talking about somebody that's popular, you can run your mouth 1,000 times about another fighter. But as soon as you start talking about somebody like Canelo and you start speaking a little bit of truth about him, then people say, he a hater, man, and people not gonna like him because he talking about fuck that nigga, man. He ain't doing what he supposed to do neither. He ain't fought a Charlo. He dropped his belt to avoid Jamal Charlo. Nobody talks about that. Nobody talk about that. Nobody talk about that. Nobody. You get to land some truth into Canelo, oh man, they hate you. Then if Benavidez ain't, they be saying, well, Benavidez ain't done nothing, he ain't worthy, this, that, and the third. And that's cool. But then what the fuck John Ryder did that Benavidez ain't do? Matter of fact, what did fucking Danny Jacobs do that Benavidez ain't done for real? Let's talk about that. Come on, what did Rocky Fielding do that Benavidez didn't do? That's all I'm saying. That's all your boys saying. And shout out to Vinny Ochoa for the Cash App yesterday, and Ranji, sorry, Ranji. So appreciate y'all, man. So but yeah, I hate when people say, well, he terrible, he ain't did this and he ain't did that. You turn around and fight a whole fucking vagabond. Like, how the fuck do that work? All you gotta do is say right now, man, he gotta get his numbers up. He gotta get his numbers up. Terence Crawford got to get his numbers up. Errol Spence, he doing big numbers. He got to get his numbers up. Put him up. Okay, cool. You got to get the numbers up. But yeah, like I said before, man, anything that's half decent on this outside of Harrison and Zoo, you got to pay for it. If they're going to put everything on pay-per-view, what you need to, the network do put up some cash. It's like, damn. Boy, y'all gonna take $100 and on a Saturday night and be paying for boxing pay-per-views, bro? I can show you what to do with that $100, even with inflation. You got a good time. I can tell you, help you turn that $100 into $1,000. Let's go down to the MGM Grand. This opportunity might turn to zero, but hey, it's an opportunity. You might get a Chad Dawson and Bernard Hopkins in the ring. Oh, my shoulder. You might get that. You might get that. Oh, my shoulder. Shit, I prefer you taking that $100 and buying some pussy, to be honest. Or spending it on boxing. Shit, at least you might release some stress. Shit, and I ain't nobody that prefer tricking at all. My thing, somebody that sell their body, it's crazy to me. They be like, I paid extra 20 to go raw. I said, man, how many other niggas didn't pay the extra 20? Or she didn't did it off GP because she like it. Y'all wild. Shit. At least you could have a memory or something like that. Shit, man, you could take that dub and go to the titty bar. Go to the back. Shit, you get some lemon pepper wings or some shit, nigga. Shit, get 50 wings. Take the rest home with you, player. But they're gonna be adding some fights to the schedule. I would believe though. But the best fight on this schedule, it's tough. I think I'm gonna go ahead with Ben. I don't know, man. Only reason I'm gonna say Benavidez and Plant because Benavidez ain't experienced. That's what I would say. Ryan, he trashed all the way around. He trashed to me, bro. All that hand speed, hitting the bag, and hitting a little bag. Man, that shit don't, man. I be watching his footwork, the way his chin fly up. And you know what I'm saying? Man, Tank Davis shouldn't really get into this fight shouldn't go into the championship rounds. It shouldn't go into the championship rounds, bro. I know Tank a slow starter. That's the only reason I'm really saying it's going around 7 or 8. That's the only reason I'm saying it's going that late. At least with Plant, like, you know, you seen he came back and improved. He, you know what I'm saying? And he came back and improved. I didn't know Canelo broke his orbital bone though, but he came back, improved, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, seemed to be confident and, you know, getting right back in the ring. I think he got it better, more experience. Only thing that's holding Benavidez back is lack of experience. But Ryan Garcia ain't did nothing in the sport. Not a damn thing. And Tony Harris and Tim Tszyu gonna be a good fight too. In my opinion, that can go either way. You know, everybody pulling for Tony because he US, you know what I'm saying, and I think he'll win, but Tim Tszyu ain't no slouch. Now I seen this nigga working on a shoulder roll, which concerned me for him. Fuck, he working on a shoulder roll for. That's you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm like, what did you work on a shoulder roll for? Anytime somebody start doing something drastic in a big fight, that means a lot of times they ain't prepared. If Tony can stay on his jab, you know, and just move enough and not too much, and stay on his jab, you know, he'll be all right. But yeah, I mean, this is scheduled, and you know, they're here to stay. They not canceling Showtime boxing, so Espinoza feeling like he Big Willie style. I can get diggy with this shit. So he feeling like he top shotter right now. He probably holding his nuts right on Rick Lazer's head. Gargle, ho, gargle. Oh man. Hold on. But yeah, we could talk about $3 Errol. We could talk about $3 Errol. Now apparently he posted like he was gonna spin the block. He was gonna spin the block on Terence Crawford. Now the problem with him spinning the block is this. He waited till Terence Crawford had a mandatory, and that happens all too much in boxing, bro. It really do. It happens all too much in boxing. All too much in boxing. And a lot of these dudes, they wait till they got fights lined up, right? They wait till they got fights lined up. And then, you know, then they start running their mouth. At this point, the old buddy just trolling, dude. That's just what it is. He just trolling. That's why they asked this bitch ass to be in the boxing game. If he was in the boxing game, it's gonna say, you know, wrong side of the street, can't fight Terence Crawford. They should put that in the game, a politic mechanism. Maybe he'll be in a add-on or something like that. He said he wasn't asked. And for good reason why. He shouldn't have been asked. He should be in the females category. He should be in the titty bra wearing. They should put the motherfucking halter top on top of him. Like when Carissa and them be fighting, put that halter top bra on him. No cap. He should be in the females division. He should not be allowed in the males. And these dudes be doing this all the time. You notice when Shakur get a fight or Tank, you know, about to got a fight lined up or a couple fights, then he start talking about how Devin ain't this good or how Shakur ain't this good. And watch when he get past Ryan Garcia and whatever happened with his court case, that motherfucker gonna start talking about Eastside Creek, gonna be quiet as hell. Then he gonna sign a fight. Then he gonna be running his mouth about Devin and Shakur. Mark my words. It's gonna be take it or leave it, 90-10. These dudes don't be not competitive no more, bruh. And that's across the board. You watch the NBA, they lose. Everybody hugging, exchanging numbers and exchanging jerseys and shit. Like, what, man, what happened to you slap a nigga after the game? Y'all get to fighting in the parking lot. What happened to the competitiveness? What happened to testosterone? It's just estrogen everywhere in sports. You know, these bunch of Joanna man niggas going around this shit, man. I mean, I remember, man, niggas used to be banging on the court. I remember niggas used to be trying to put niggas in the hospital in football, bruh. Niggas be celebrating. They done feminized everything. And now he wait for this man to get a mandatory, and now he talking about spinning the block. Bruh, just trolling at this point. He letting y'all know that he didn't want to fight to begin with, and that's okay. Riddick Bowe threw a whole belt in the trash can. Roberto Duran quitting the fight and still deny about quitting. It don't stop neither one of them from being Hall of Fame fighters and being celebrated. Michael Spinks, one of the greatest, amateur fighters, one of the greatest light heavyweights. He was crying in the locker room before he fought Mike Tyson. It's cool. What's the heavyweight that got the crying in the ring? Was it Oliver McCall? He said he had a lot of shit going on. I mean, it happens, bro. But the reason he don't want this fight, he talked too much shit, bro. And if he lose, it's like, how do you continue going forward? He did that. Ain't nobody asked him to run his mouth about Terence Crawford, bro. Oh, get a belt, not fight him. Oh, he on the wrong side of the street. You know what I'm saying? He was the one trolling him. Oh man, Bob got him in a bad deal. He talking about how Bob Errol mistreating him and bad talk. He getting an allowance every day. This nigga getting an allowance. Come on, this dude out here getting a whole allowance and talking about who being mistreated. Terence Crawford damn near getting 8-figure guarantees under Bob Errol. These niggas getting cash apped, getting Zelle money. And then allegedly they having tax problems. Come on, man. We thought Al Heyman was teaching financial literacy. Thought y'all was investing into their futures, for their kids' futures. Then this nigga put a t-shirt and put the man initial on. It's just a troll, bro. He telling y'all I'm gonna make my money regardless with or without Terence Crawford. I don't want to fight him. I don't need him. I'm gonna fight Keith Thurman. They're gonna pay me to fight Keith Thurman, and my jabroni fans gonna continue to buy it. Like I said, it's to the point where, okay, we streamed and took our money away from boxing. It's to the point where you got to turn this shit off altogether, bro. That's where it's coming to. You just ain't gonna watch. Pull your viewership. That's what it's coming to. Just straight up pull your viewership. That's exactly what it's coming to. Streaming ain't enough. Streaming ain't enough. Streaming is not enough. That's what it's coming to. It is not enough. So you're just gonna have to turn it off. You know. So I mean, so it is what it is. So I mean, but nonetheless, he's just trolling. And he doing it intentionally. He just telling everybody, like, bro, he just telling everybody, fuck them. Fuck what y'all want. We gonna do this. We gonna still get this money. We still gonna be around. Y'all still gonna come cover it. Y'all still gonna come watch me fight Keith Thurman. Deal with it. He basically holding his nuts on niggas. That's what he doing. Y'all gonna just hype, you're gonna make my name grow even more and more. I'm telling y'all, it's to the point we just gonna have to just turn it off altogether. That's why I don't watch all these rinky dink cards no more, man. Make sure the thumbs up button, man. I don't watch the little rinky dink shit no more, bro. I used to watch everything, any European card that was on, any car, I used to go to small shows and stuff of that nature. Man, I ain't got time for that no more, bro. The love ain't there like it used to be. You know, they taking that out. That's taking that out. Somebody who been a lifetime boxing fan. They taking that out. They taking that away from us. Because boxing is better when they fighting. And we talking about fights that's actually happening, not happening. And then you got people like this, you know, who want to talk about spinning the block and he been quiet. Like I said, the fight has reached its expiration date. It's sour anyway. It's sour. He ain't said nothing about Keith Thurman. He ain't said nothing about his next fight. All he doing is holding up them other young dudes' dream. And I don't get why people hold up divisions. What you holding up a division for? If you're going to fight at 54, which I'm pretty sure they still in progress of doing it, let Virgil Ortiz be a champion. Let him fight for stay on us for a title. Let Jerron Ennis be a champion and move on with his life. Give Terence Crawford the opportunity to unify with other guys in the division then. That's crazy. He was the same one crying and bitching and complaining how Danny Garcia and Keith Thurman and Sean Porter didn't want to fight him when he had the IBF belt, and get mad at Al Heyman. Al Heyman got all this power, but he couldn't make these fights. He had the power to make the Keith Thurman fight, depending no matter what Keith Thurman elbow and shoulder was feeling like, nigga, fight or get stripped. That's what time, Dana White on, fight or get stripped. Fight or get stripped. It's as simple as that. But now you've been knew what type of character it is. Now it's just like he intentionally poking the bear to let y'all niggas know fuck what y'all want. And that's what boxing been saying. Bob was on that same tip. And Bob had to understand that you got to make the fights the fans want to see. And it take time. It take time to get to build back up to those fights that fans want to see. You just can't say, well, we got a reputation for bullshit, and then we want to. Once you destroy a reputation, it takes a long time to rehabilitate. They can say it take a lifetime to build a reputation and a night to destroy it, or a moment to destroy it. He's still trying to rebuild up the brand at Top Rank back to making big fights. You see Oscar De La Hoya trying to reload and sign anybody he can right now. When he had Canelo, they felt like they didn't have to be hungry no more. They ain't have to grind no more. Canelo made them lazy. Now they got to get out and find talent and sign talent and build an actual stable and not just live off Canelo. Because they know Ryan Garcia about to get slept. Why do you think they signing all these people? Ryan Garcia about to go into retirement, he lose. Shit, you might not never hear from Tank again. He lose. I don't know how he gonna rehabilitate. Jake Paul gonna make that nigga drink bleach. And Clarissa Shields will too. Shit. Apparently they beefing over Jake Paul. Only niggas do shit like that. We gonna beef over a white dude losing. Ain't that a bitch? Shit, hell yeah. Most niggas, man, you talk all that shit, you gotta get, where was that support when Adrian Broner, when he lost to Madonna, they was throwing popcorn and motherfucking Cheetos and burritos and shit at him at the Alamo Dome. Where was that true champion speech by Clarissa Shields at, in my opinion, then? When all them niggas threw Deontay up under the bus, where was that inspirational? What was that inspiration for Deontay Wilder? When he lost to Fury, it was like, everybody, I told you he was trash. I told you he couldn't do it. And all it was coming from black people. It was coming from professional boxers, and then they want to turn around so you can come train with me. Why do I want to train with you? You just trash me. You was waiting for my down. These niggas was so jealous of Wilder. It didn't make no sense, bro. And then in the same vein, you want to talk shit, and then you want to try to help me up. Nigga, I'd rather burn. I'd rather burn. I'd rather burn, bro. Oh man, after that first, it was the second Fury fight, man. Every black person that was at that fight, that was somebody in the box. Man, them niggas was beating the shit out of Deontay Wilder ass verbally. And this is before he made any statement about Breland or whatever else happened. Dog, they was celebrating he lost. But when Jake Paul lost, oh man, stay up, Kane. Stay up, Kane. That was crazy to me. Stay up, Kane. Like, damn. But Jake Paul get the wisdom though. Jake Paul get the encouragement though. Come on, Jake Paul get the encouragement. You know. And then these type of dudes that celebrate the tomfoolery of Errol Spence. Niggas laughing and supporting him, trolling Bud. Like, dog, they told you that they ain't never want to see that fight. They knew his ass was gonna get taxed. He knew it. He knew he was gonna get his ass whooped. At one point, he probably didn't believe it. Like, oh, that little nigga can't fuck with me. He kept seeing what he was doing as he was getting acclimated to the weight class. He knew what time it was, bro. And it wasn't just like he was going to just get dog walk. He knew he was going to get embarrassed. He knew he was going to get embarrassed. He knew he was going to stretch this nigga out like Stretch Armstrong. He knew it. And it's okay with him. He ain't got no dog in that nigga, bro. Because anybody know a real dog, bro? You know, a real true game dog, bro. Don't matter the adversary, bro. They gonna fight their heart out. Well, it ain't about the size of the dog, it's about the size of the heart that's in the dog. And that dog ain't got no heart, bro. My uncle been saying that about that nigga, man. He ain't got no heart. Deontay, that's heart. To want to go back in the ring with a dude that whooped your ass 3 times and still that's a nigga with heart. That's a nigga with heart, bro. Who still ain't scared to get back in the ring with that man. You can't question Deontay Wilder's heart, bro. Real game dog. You wish you could take his heart and put it in the poodle chest, but you can't. You can't take a lion's heart and transplant it into a poodle. And yeah, he ran out the stadium. Nobody talk about, everybody act like that didn't happen. Him and his little side nigga that he probably busting down behind the scenes ran out. They was hugged up in the club, drunk, kissing on each other. Don't forget that, talking about love in the club and shit. Nigga, man, come on. How they playing love in the club and you huddled up with another nigga in the corner? Man, come on. Love in the club, bro. Man, we getting ready to dance, and we really getting ready to skate back to the telly with a little tenderoni. You know what I mean? He hugged up, you know, kissing a nigga on his neck and shit. You know what I'm saying? Fuck out of here, man. Get up out of here. Him and that man ran out together, going back to the room, getting the petroleum jelly ready, man. Ellie sat back, had to run him down. Oh, you're going the wrong way. Car service is this way. Nigga didn't even know how to get out the Mandolin Bay, bro. That nigga about to run right back to Bud motherfucking he about to run right back to Bud fucking locker room. Appreciate Kid Bud for the super sticker. He about to run right back into the motherfucking but he about to run right back to the Earl, you going the wrong way. Earl's locker room. That's Terrence's locker room. Fuck out of here. And then he wants somebody to respect this nigga. Then he already gonna know that, you know, they not gonna tell the media to ask certain questions. They gonna call them niggas, don't ask no tough Terence Crawford question. Mark my words. And then Keith Thurman did all that talking. Oh, Terence Crawford not a real welterweight. He not this, he not that. And where this nigga, he could have been for, the winner could have got Errol Spence. He ain't nowhere to be found. He ain't lobbying for it. Nothing. This nigga was on this couch last summer eating Haagen-Dazs. Come on. If Barrios can do that to you, imagine what anybody can do to you. If Barrios had a little bit more skill set, man, Keith Thurman been knocked out. He almost knocked out by Josito Lopez. And now he want to poke the bear for attention. Come on. Like I said, it's interesting to Keith Thurman fight because shit should have been happening, but I ain't paying for it at all. Ain't too much in boxing that you want to pay for? No way, no more. Everything that you want to see has been cooked. I like to see Benavidez and Plant. I'll probably pay for that at this point. I mean, Benavidez and Canelo. I'll probably pay for that. If I had to, I would dish some money out to better be Evan Beaver. If I had to. If I had to, I'll pay for Charlo and Tony Harrison 3 if he get past Tim Tszyu. Not saying he's the greatest and biggest fights, but, I respect him. Tank and Haney, Tank and Shakur, I would understand it. I definitely will understand it. I pay for it. Support him. But this is just a new athlete that you got rolling around. And it's sad. And they probably got an idea if the fight ever gonna happen. They got an idea if it's ever gonna happen, bro. Trust me. You know what I'm saying? They know. They know. Him and Errol probably said we're gonna wait for him to slip, or we're gonna wait till him pull a Larry Holmes. We're gonna wait for him to pull a Larry Holmes. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna wait for him to pull a Larry Holmes and go on the couch, and then we're gonna call him out and retire. I'm telling you, dog, they know exactly how they want to play this. They know exactly how they want to play this. Or they already said we ain't gonna never fight him. He want to wonder why they ain't put him in the basketball game, in the boxing game. What's that song about Tupac? Wonder why they call you bitch. You wonder why they call you bitch. Come on. Come on, bro. They talk about how masculinity is toxic. And they ain't gonna be happy till ain't no real men left, bro. That's what this fake fight for equality is about with women. They want women to be the dominant, they want them to be the dominant species in the black community, but like I said before, that's what they want. That's what the system is designed. That's what welfare was about, is destroying the black household. Keep telling y'all that. That's why, the man couldn't be there when the caseworker came. Then they said we can get them on child support. They want to feminize, man. And then a lot of the real dudes that's left, a lot of these dudes going overseas to get women that's obedient. I wouldn't say obedient. That's just stress-free and that cater to what they want. Providing ain't enough no more, bro. They want more and more, and these women ain't bringing shit to the table. And a lot of these dudes is getting feminized, bro. They are getting feminized, bro. You got little boys playing with kitchen sets. You know what I'm saying? I seen a kid at the I seen the kid at the gym. I would say he was about a teenager. I seen this dude, wearing a bonnet around the gym, nigga. No cap. This dude was wearing a bonnet. That's what they want to do, bro. You look at all the public officials of these female mayors around America. Go look at their sexuality, what their sexual preference is. Go look at what their sexual preferences are. The mayor of Chicago ain't the only one. Remember that politician that was up there like in Providence or Massachusetts or whatever it was? And she was twerking. Remember, she was twerking and shit. You knew what she preferred, right? She preferred what I prefer. We got the same preference in women, huh? You think about a lot of these people still want to be moms and shit, bro. A lot of these kids growing up with two dads and shit. What y'all think all going on? Y'all think it ain't trickling down to sports, bro? It is. Ain't no masculinity in sports left, bro. These dudes ain't masculine, dude. These dudes don't even got pride no more. The woman got more pride than men. The women playing with more fire than men. The women boxing with more fire than men. Real talk. Look how the men dress in tight pants. Told you, little teenage boy had a bonnet on, bro. Tight pants. They wearing purses. Nigga, imagine you walk into high school, middle school with a fanny pack on, bro. Man, imagine you walk in with a fanny pack on, bro. Dog, you gonna have to fight, bro. Imagine you walk into school, you had a purse on in 99, my nigga. Bruh, you talking about social suicide. Talking about social suicide, bro. This is what they doing. It's no more wild rivalries in sports, bro. There's no more hard fouls or big hits no more, bro. And the people that's running these sports, come on, man. You can guess their sexual preferences, bro. I don't care if they got wives or whatever you believe. You know what they said about the dude who run the NFL, who the commissioner of the NFL. It ain't no secret, bro. They taking over and they're emasculating masculine things. Now, are there some toxic masculine traits that people can say? Absolutely. But with anything good and anything bad, there's got to be a balance. There's nothing all good and nothing all bad usually. There's going to have to be a balance. And that's what the women want. They want all the good and none of the bad. I see Kobe said what this girl said on social media. I forget what she called it. She was like, well, I forget what she called it. She called it something sexual where I can be with a woman, but I still can want to go home and have a masculine husband or whatever. Like, what the fuck does that mean? I forget exactly what it was called. It was like hetero. I don't know exactly what it was called. I'm like, what? And some dudes think it's cool, bro. That's you married a woman that want to be with another woman. You married a woman who like being with women, and they think that shit fly. And then till their daughter start doing the same thing. Then it's a problem. Then you up there looking like Lil Boosie. I ain't know my daughter was. What you think? Children are rebellious, bro. If your daughter bring home somebody that y'all like, she ain't gonna want to be with them. Trust and believe me, bro. Trust them, but they are rebellious. Why do you think all these redneck racist, people, turn around and their daughters be having infatuation with black men? And the same thing like that movie, You People. You got hardcore black diligent Negroes who preach a lot of white hatred, and guess who their kids and daughters and sons run off and be with? Ain't like Minister Louis Farrakhan's son like with a white woman? Like I keep telling y'all, man, you got to find a balance, bro. Everything got to have a balance. And the scariest thing in this world is to have a child, right? It's to have a child. It's the scariest shit in the world. Because you can give a child, especially a girl, you can show her every trick in the book. Look at Lori Harvey. Fucking daddy wrote the book. Stepdaddy wrote the book. You can show her every play in the book. You can give them the playbook to dudes. And they still gonna lose. They still gonna pick the wrong one. Women won't, the real talk, women won't give the son game. Women won't tell, look at Rob Kardashian. Them witches will not tell him the game. That's one thing about men and women. Not Farrakhan's son or somebody. I didn't say Farrakhan, I said his son. One thing about women, they will not show their sons the game. They just hate the bitch. So as a man, you have to watch and learn. You have to watch and learn women. If you watch and learn and see your mom and see how she move or see how your sisters move, you gotta watch and learn. Because they won't tell you. They won't tell you. It's just you gotta observe. They'll let you be simpleton of the year. What's that song about Drew Down, Pimp of the Year? Man, you gonna be simp of the year. Yo, sisters and mother, stepmother, aunts, and nieces, with cousins, they'll let you be simp of the year before they tell you the female's game, bro. Because they know if you show a man what's going on, they're gonna use it to their advantage. They're gonna listen and they're gonna apply it. Women don't listen. They go through one ear and out the other ear. And I don't even think for a woman, it get to the point where, damn, it hits you. It don't hit them until they get fucked over 10,000 times. I'm telling y'all some free game. Women stick together, bro. I was in a meeting one day, man. We had a management meeting. I used to be a team leader. And this one dude was saying like how he about to get rid of his woman. He's an older dude and shit. He grew up on my boy block. I knew him. And then the girl said, it probably was your fault. She probably sick of you. I'm telling you, a women will not like each other, but agree with a chick that they don't even know. I'm telling you, bro. Ron, facts. Facts. Your mom, grandma, all gonna take old girl side, but then as soon as the bitch turn her back, they gonna say something about her that's below the belt. I'm telling you, bro. Like I said before, that's why I don't take advice from no women about women, bro. And if I do take advice, it's from women who got no knowledge of this chick. Real talk. It's no knowledge. None. That's what tip I'm on. That's just what I'm taking no advantage, no advice from them. Even the game you get from your grandma or great grandmother, you gotta take it with a grain of salt, bro. That's a sorority that men can't break into. Maybe gay dudes can break into it. I can't speak on that, but you can't get into that. But I will say, if you watch and learn, if you watch and observe, you'll catch on. A woman can go cheat and walk right in the door like ain't nothing happened, cook you a meal with a straight face, and your dumb ass won't even know it. Because as a man, you moving. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no nigga got a bunch of, ain't no real dude that's a man, that's a father, that got a job, that got a hustle on the side, that's invested his money, got shit going on. You got hoes on the side. You know what I'm saying? Whatever you got going on. Ain't no nigga got time to really be paying attention. But I tell you this, before you get serious, before you start raw dogging these hoes, before you marry them, you know, even after you do the whole facts check and all that, bro, like just slow down and pay attention, bro. Like clear a weekend out, clear a week out. If I was you before I married somebody, I hire a private investigator to follow that bitch. I ain't gonna lie to you. I would. I would. Because once you have a kid, once you get married, you get a woman all the power, bro. And I video on Instagram I might post tonight. Like, that's why you talk to older dudes, give you the best game. My best game came from dudes older than my grandfather, my dad, my barber, a lot of dudes. They get the best advice. Work on yourself. You know, you can casually date a chick and still work on yourself and, you know, have your rotation. Work on yourself. Because once you get that money right, once you get into a routine and you get comfortable with just your everyday routine, if you got to depend on a chick, you at her mercy, bro. If you can't, like TK Kirkland said, if you can't, pay for all, or you can't, live on your own and pay for all your bills on your own and finance your own life, and you need somebody else, you need a chick, no, she gonna use that to her advantage. But once you show a chick that, bitch, I don't need you. Like, bro, you just a dime a dozen. I can move on and be with and still be good and not bat an eye. You got the power. And that's where it should be. You should have the power. You control your own destiny, bro. If you don't like old girl, guess what? We gods, bro. We give life, we create life. You can take a life. Everything in your universe, you can change it. If you don't like that TV, guess what? You can change it. If you don't like that chick, you can change it. If you don't like your dog, you can change it. If you don't like your job, the power is yours. But once you give a chick power, like, oh man, financially we'll split the bills, whatever, like that. I ain't saying nothing wrong with it. You know what I'm saying? But if you can pick up and leave and be like, why should I go to my house? Or shit, I can go have an apartment tomorrow. Like, I don't need you. That's why you'll move in with no chick. You can move, you'll move in into her shit. You better be A1 for sure. Bitch, take you off that leash, you looking stupid. Was a dude on Twitter that had to stay in the damn the moving stores because he only had $1 to his name and it was $1 down. He was sleeping in that joint. Can't give him the power. Once you have a kid, yeah, you give him some power, but if you got the money to finance it, cool. Once you get married and you don't have a prenup, like, bro, where can you literally go? Y'all can separate and all that type of stuff, but you at her mercy, bro. Financially, if the system benefit them, it's crazy world. He said, never take advice from a woman as a man. They won't tell you the truth in fear of affecting your feelings as a man. Father, uncle tells you facts help you grow. Exactly. But once you really crack it, like if you really talk to a woman that really give you, you fortunate to have somebody that really tell you the truth. I was talking to somebody, she was like, we was talking about something, and she was like, I was like, yeah, she said, oh, girl is cheating, you won't even know. She gonna walk right by you and not say nothing. So that it is. It's a crazy world, bro, and the roles are becoming reversed. We won't tell game because reserving a chance to do the same. Exactly, same dirt. Exactly. I done peep nigga how they changed the names in their phones. Nigga named Brandon, it'll be Brittany in the phone. All that shit, bro. And niggas won't even know it because you got so many different things going on. I tell you, if you be patient, bro, if you really slow down and just really look at it for what it is, bro, you will tell. It's cool to love your woman, but don't be in love with her, God first and self second. He said, once you pursue your passion, purpose, and bread is right, nigga, it's on the pick of the damn litter. Exactly. You got options, bro. And a nigga with options always gonna keep a bitch on their toes. For sure. Always. Like if you ain't got no kids, bro, and nothing like, man, you can literally pick up and go, bro. You got your own space, you can pick up and go. There's been plenty of married couples that's becoming more modern that don't live in the same house. That's what they choose to do. And when they don't, they need their space, they go back to their separate house. You gotta respect it. The traditional marriage, it's not working, bro. So you gotta find something that works. Y'all got any questions? I'll answer them real quick. You just gotta find something that works. But like I said before, it's good women out there for sure. It is. It is. You know, and like I said, it's a sign of trouble. You can't always, you know, just you gotta work through shit too. You know, you can't expect to drag a bitch through the mud, and then when it's crunch time, you want her to come through. You know, and a lot of chicks still will come through. They will do that. They'll cheat on you, but they'll still be there for you. But if you cheating, like what you expect? Like if you on the regular killing spree, nigga, what you expect her to do, bro? Can't get mad at it. You know, but hey. You know, he said bitch will fight you for your attention when you got your shit right. Exactly. Yeah, true. 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 If you always there at the drop of a dime for her, she ain't gonna respect that. At all, they ain't gonna respect that shit. You gotta just give them enough. You gotta just give them enough. Trust me. You gotta just give them enough. But I mean, it is what it is. What I got for y'all today, man. Make sure ain't no more comments. Mason getting restless. He ain't about to continue to sleep on my lap. But let me get out of here, get ready for tomorrow. We got a snowstorm coming again. Hope my power don't go out. So that's one of the reasons I knocked this stream out. But it'll be up on all the platforms in the morning, man. So hit the link tree. You can find me on Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, Spotify, Anchor, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, the whole nine. Shout out to Ranji and Vinny for donating. Peace. And Kid Bud.